Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Deadly Spark and welcome back to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Now today we are testing the limits of an auto tank. Let's begin. The tank definitely knows which side to target. All the enemies that I've put against it are huh. That I did not expect. The auto tank barely scratched the tanks here, but all those tanks popped it. Well, I guess we know its limit, the tanks. Uh, let's restart that, I guess. I guess we have to find a fourth competitor. And there it goes. All the enemies that I've got up against it are tough, hard to kill, or at least like hardy enemies that you'd expect to tank quite a few shots. I wasn't sure how this was gonna go, so I put like roughly the amount that would have the same size for each pool. And it looks like they actually are overwhelming the tank, which is, I was half expecting it, because I was trying to push the limits of an auto tank, knowing what it's capable of. But this is this is probably pushing it even closer than I expected, because I think the T-Rexes are stronger than I gave them credit for. The Trolls get right up to the line and then don't really do much. The Juice Boys aren't even getting close. The Werewolves aren't even getting close. So it seems like the best competitors so far are the T-Rexes and the Trolls, and they're the ones that are going to create the win if they can do enough damage in time. I don't know why the tank isn't going for the T-Rexes. I wonder if it's because they don't count as being closer because their attack range is longer. So they're just getting free hits while the tank is shooting everything else. Which it's, mind you, it's vaporizing everything else. And ignoring the T-Rexes. So that's either supreme confidence by the auto tank or just bad AI. And we tend to know the script with the game when it comes to that. Uh, so hope this looks like it's gonna be an auto tank domination if it finishes off these T-Rexes. If it doesn't go after the T-Rexes, however, I can see this being an auto tank loss. It seems to be shooting everything but their T-Rexes. It seems like the T-Rexes are just an afterthought, really. Though there is a couple T-Rexes dead in the background that have died to overshoots, overshots. But they're still going. And yes, it seems like T-Rexes are the biggest threat, and they're not killing the tank quick enough. So conclusion, from what I'm seeing so far, auto tank's still OP. We need to increase the enemies if we really want to test the limits. I reckon we should double all of them in the next run if the auto tank wins. And I reckon for good measure we shouldn't check the health left of the auto tank, just so we're unsure of the next fight. Because this looks like it's a domination, considering it was just letting the T-Rexes hit. Though these T-Rexes are in a bit of a state, to say the least. I think I might make them attack from another angle and see if that helps. But they look like they're caught up in their own squabble. They're having a bit of a fight. And that is definitely allowing an auto tank victory, which is just chilling amongst the bodies of its enemies. I think there is only Trolls and T-Rexes left. The Juices are dead and the Werewolves are dead. And it's looking like a resounding victory. Obviously we don't know how much health it has, and we're not going to be checking that just for the next battle to see for some, you know, unsureness of what's going on. now just turning the guns. Look at that, it's buried. It's buried. Under the damn bodies of its enemies. Look at it. You can't even see it. Where's the tank? Oh, there it goes. It's one. Where's the tank? There it is. All they could see was its turret. I feel like even that should be like the thumbnail. Just this. It's intense. Absolute destruction. Well, it will be as I say. Double the units, it's double or nothing. And it'll be double or nothing until the auto tank loses. Double or nothing begins now. Let's see if the extra firepower changes anything. It seems like adding more juice men made the tank attack them first and carve an absolute line out of them. The T-Rexes immediately. I was gonna move the T-Rexes. I decided against it. If anything goes like last time, it seems like the T-Rexes are gonna surround it, and the tank's not going to care. And the T-Rexes are gonna get in a tough bit of a tiff around here, biting for no reason, out of spite. But yes, the tank is absolutely flying. Hitting enemies in the distance. Look at these guys. They're just standing around, waiting for bullets to come their way. I wonder how long will it take for bullets to come in this direction. Oh, the juice men are getting their fair share of hits. I wonder if they'll get a hit in. It seems like, I thought the juice men would be like an equivalent to the trolls, but it seems like the trolls are still the stronger of the two. Maybe future battle. Trolls versus juice men. Either way, I reckon we could, this could be interesting to see how it turns out. I mean, it'd be a lot the same. We get some different angles though, so it's a bit different. But this will be the same, but twice as long maybe? Or maybe it won't end up working out like that, but it will be somewhat interesting to say the least. At least I hope it's interesting. Like, I'm hoping for the auto tank to lose, because we're testing its limits, and then we'll know that this is the only way, definitely the only way, that this will be beaten. And definitely not by Chuck Norris, because we all know that Chuck Norris is invincible. So, leave your predictions down below. Will we need another battle after this? If so, what numbers do you think we will need exactly to beat an auto tank? And this will apply to if we beat the auto tank, but if you think that was overkill, put the exact numbers in the comments below that you think will beat it, so that it's on the line. And then maybe I'll try it just for fun. Who's to say? It depends if I remember. Because sometimes I forget things. I haven't done a King of the Hill in a while, and I need to get back at that. Now, with that out the way, we can clearly see that the Juicemen have tried to change strategy. They've decided to use the trolls as cover, or at least the smart ones have. Doesn't seem to be working out too effectively, because the bullets seem to absolutely rinse them anyway through the trolls. But they also have building cover, so they're getting not much closer, but I like their spirit. You know, they're like, let's use the trolls as cover for our grand attack. And grand it was not. And the werewolves are trying to use the T-Rexes as cover. to what seems to be absolutely no effect. They seem to not get any distance whatsoever. They get to about... Oh, it's actually some trolls. Never mind. The werewolves are trying. It seemed the piles are building up way more than last time. I mean, look at this. Where even is the tank? I don't even... There it is. Right in front of my face the whole time. I mean, look at it. Is it even... There it goes! I was going to say, is it even taking damage? There it goes. It's popped. Look at that. The juicemen get the credit. I'm pretty sure it was just the T-Rexes that were getting free shots in its back the whole time. But nevertheless, there was a victory. Remember, exact numbers in the comments, if anybody even watches. Look at this, there's even werewolves left. Look at that. Werewolves. Oh, you have to include all 4 of the races, even if there's only one. Look at that, all the juicemen wiped out. That's where they copped the first hit. Like even the juicemen that went around the back survived. The absolute big brains. Look at that, they've got 3 brains. Who would have guessed it? And the T-Rexes, where would we be without them? Look at that, standing around with no fear. Look at this fucking hole that's been dug. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked this, feel free to hit the like button. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. But for now, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. There's
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Edis and welcome back to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Now today we are testing the limits of an auto tank. Let's begin.
I put them all on hold. Let's stop.